A Blacklist Media production.
Hey everyone, this is Hugh from Plaguelands Media, and I'm a huge fan of Blacklist Games. I know they've been copying a lot of shit recently because of Kickstarter delays and that kind of a thing, but I've been a huge fan of the Sadler brothers, Adam and Brady Sadler, since their first game. Well, it wasn't their first game, but Street Masters was the game that brought them to my attention. Street Masters, for those of you that don't know, is basically an 80s, 90s Double Dragon style board game with modular decks. It's a really fantastic game, quick to set up, fun to play, exploding dice, everything you want. And ever since that game, I've basically been an avid fan of the Sadler brothers. Brook City, which is the closest thing you'll get to playing an 80s buddy cop movie on a board game. A lot of people say that's not their best modular deck system game, but I'm a huge fan of it anyway. And then Street Masters Aftermath, and I just really love what they did. So when they announced Hour of Need, which is modular deck system but superheroes, I mean, if you've watched this channel, you know what I'm fucking like. So I'm like, hell yeah. Went all in with the Kickstarter, and after about 2 years, which through no fault of their own, of course, I mean, we had coronavirus and things were happening, shipping delays. So I don't fault Blacklist Games, and I don't fault the Sadler brothers at all. But this turned up on Thursday, my Hour of Need Kickstarter. So I thought I would just show you what kind of comes what came with the Kickstarter. So this is Hour of Need. I just finished a playthrough video of it, which I'm editing kind of as we speak, doing double duty. So you open it up, you get your rule book and your issue guide. The main game comes with 4 heroes, 2 villains, and 4 issues to play through. Each issue comes with its own board. Wait, let me just open that up. So we have our issue panels. We have our kind of hexes and things like that. This will all make sense if you've watched my other video of this game. They are double-sided. So we have, like, this is a zoomed out city. This is the wharves. And then we have some more close-up ones here. Beautiful art on it. Just really good. I got extra dice because I've played their games before, and when you get exploding dice, you kind of want the extra dice. The rings, they come with these great kind of panels there with all the cards. You can see how you can actually fit more in here, and I will explain that a little bit later. We have a box for our tokens and a box for all of our miniatures. And that is what comes in the base game of Hour of Need, which, after having played my first game, I am an absolute fan of. And as I said at the end of my other video, this is one that I will never get rid of. This is sticking around in my collection. Okay, what you heard was me knocking over some of the Kickstarter stuff. Hour of Need Redemption. So this turns 3 villains into heroes that you can play, which is really cool. So if you just open this up, you see it comes with 3 miniatures, and the 3 villains are Dowager and Curtains, who come in the main box, and 1 liner. So that's kind of cool. They did that with Street Masters. You could turn some of the villains into playable heroes. So they will obviously go in the main box. Jade Kid. For some reason, I got sent 2 copies of Jade Kid, which was kind of weird. So we open up Jade Kid, and we have just a new hero. 10 health to attack, which is kind of cool, and all the new hero cards to play, with Annabelle as a new Bystander, which is, if you watch my other playthrough, you can use special Bystanders and Nemesis and things, and then you get 2 minis for that, which I like. So that is something there. I got the Bystander and Minion upgrade pack. So this basically just changes the Bystanders into figures and the Minions into figures as well. Which is, just a little bling bling. When you go all in with the Kickstarter, you might as well go all in with the Kickstarter. We have our box of stretch goals. Hour of Need didn't do as well as some of their other Kickstarters did, but we still got some nice Kickstarters. We got like another character with Fault. And we got some great kind of oozy green miniatures for the new villain. And that's the beauty part of the Sadler Brothers kind of games. You only get 4 issues and 2 villains in the main box, but you can mix and match. Like I did, I'll just put that so there's something on the screen. So I did, in my playthrough, I used Majesty against Dowager with the bank heist. But you can use any of the 4 heroes against any of the 2 villains in any of the 4 issues. You just mix and match however you feel like it to see what the best combination is. Now, the best thing that came with the Kickstarter, in my personal opinion, are these expansions. Okay, so this is Hour of Need, Gem and Ice, a standalone expansion for Hour of Need. So, what does a standalone expansion mean? It means if you don't want the base game, if you just want a little taste, you can just buy this. And in this, you get your rulebook, which is the same as the rulebook in the main box. So it gives you all the kind of rules that you want. You get your issue guide, which comes with 2 issues, Shattered World and Burning Heart. And it comes with 2 heroes and a villain. Here are all your tokens that you need. You have all of your Minion tokens. You have all of your Bystander tokens. Every token that came with the base game. All of these tokens that come with the base game. You have a new map. Double-sided. So this is for one of them. And this one looks really interesting. I believe this is for Burning Heart. You have your miniatures, card dividers, clue cards, dice, and then you have all of your cards. So you have your villain, Atasia, which looks pretty interesting. You have the hero Gem, which you might, if you watched the other video, Gem was referenced in Majesty's backstory. You have the hero Ice. You have your turn cards, the Burning Heart story cards, and the Shattered Worlds issue cards as well. You don't need anything else. Like you absolutely just, if you just want a taste of the game and you don't want to kind of commit to the full game, you just think, oh, I'll just play it a few times with friends, blah, blah, blah. This is absolutely fantastic. I think it's great that you don't need the base game. You get clue cards. They've made it so you don't need the base game at all. And I think that's just a really cool thing that they did for people. When in the Kickstarter, you didn't even need to get the base game. You could have just gotten these standalones. So they have Gem and Ice, Judge and Jury, which kind of looks like a Batman-ish kind of theme with Punchline, I guess, whatever her name is. I can't remember. And Divine Law. So if you got everything like I did, you get 4 heroes in the base game, 3 villains that can be heroes. The hero Jade Kid. In the stretch goals, you got Fault Line, I believe, or Fault or whatever. So that's what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 heroes. Then you got extra villains in the stretch goals. And then each one of these comes with an extra villain as well. And when you add up, like, you can use the issues from any of these with any of the heroes and any of the other things. That is a shit ton of replayability right there. And this is what Street Masters was like. Street Masters, so much replayability. Brook City, so much replayability. And that's the fantastic thing about these modular deck systems. You just pick and choose as you want to play it. For example, let's say I played Gem and I hate the character. Don't ever have to play Gem again. I've got 14 other characters I can play. Let's say I play against Curtains from the box set, and I don't like that villain's mechanics. Never have to play with that villain again. There's just so much replayability, and the game itself, I absolutely love the mechanics. Like, this is one that I will recommend to anyone that wants a superhero miniatures game. More importantly, a solo superhero miniatures game, because you can play this by yourself, which is how I predominantly play board games. Just a really wonderful system. It's a fantastic game. I love the stories of the characters. The Sadler brothers are great writers as well. Like, they create worlds that are really engaging, really engrossing. Alter Quest, that's the game I couldn't remember, but I love. Alter Quest, I want to get to the table. It's a little fiddly, and I've never actually won a game of Alter Quest, but that's more on me than on the game itself. But absolutely fantastic. Just a fantastic game. So this is Hour of Need. This was the Kickstarter. For some reason, they sent me a second copy of Divine Law and a second copy of Jade Kid, and I'm not entirely sure why. But I'm really hoping to wing a copy of this over to my friend in Australia, because I think this is a game that he would really enjoy, Mr. Ian Van Gammett. It's right up his fucking alley. Quick solo play, dice rolling, everything that he fucking loves. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. There is definitely going to be more Hour of Need coming to the channel, along with more Final Girl, Marvel Champions, my top 3 games of all time. Stay safe, everyone. Make sure you follow us, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next fucking video.